Live from the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication, this is Hofstra Votes Live, Hofstra University's special coverage of the 2020 election. We'll have the latest results from the presidential, senatorial, and congressional races, as well as in-depth coverage of issues affecting this year's election. Airing live on Facebook, YouTube, the Heat Network, and WRHU 88.7 FM Radio, Hofstra University, in partnership with the Hofstra Chronicle. And now, from Hofstra University, Hofstra Votes Live. Tonight, you'll be receiving continual live updates from all around the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication, as well as from remote correspondents live at the polls and in the Midwest.
In the era of COVID-19 and a continued fight for civil rights, tonight's presidential race is one like we've never seen before. Eddie and Eli, what can we expect to see tonight?
Well, I'm just very excited that we are going to have the opportunity to cover this election. There has been a lot of things that have gone on this year, and the fact that we have the ability to do this and be here tonight, that's truly remarkable, Crystal.
And we're just a few minutes away from this polling site closed. And we're here with New York voter Jennifer. So what was it like voting in a pandemic this year?
It was actually quite easy.
I'm curious to see how the demographics are voting. Speaking from someone that's from Minnesota, and speaking on the Black Lives Matter movement, as you guys were talking about earlier, the world watched as George Floyd was killed by Minneapolis Police Department. But the feeling in the streets was undescribable. Youth, Black people, allies were all very energized for change.
It's a collective effort by law enforcement across the country that every law enforcement officer are there to do their job to protect and serve. But of course, we're calling for reform for more accountability as we do our jobs.
The path to victory for the Trump campaign goes straight through North Carolina, and it's a state that they're hoping to hold on to that slim margin that they have right now.
They're really heating up here. We have a Pennsylvania correspondent waiting in the wings. Max, what can you tell us about Pennsylvania?
Well, Pennsylvania right now is going red. Again, the winner of Pennsylvania has an 80+% tip to win the election.
The atmosphere here in the Middle East and Kuwait, where I live specifically, is very tense over here, and we're waiting with anticipation as we did in 2016.
President Joe Biden really needs to pull either Wisconsin or Michigan if he hopes to win this election. But if we're looking at Wisconsin and Michigan right now, both with 41 and 39% reporting respectively, I mean, right now they both look as though they're going to President Trump, but they're very close races. And
New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut have all been called for Joe Biden, but Pennsylvania remains too close to call. Several New York congressional districts have been called, with most recording Democratic victories.
Former Vice President Biden has 209 electoral votes, while President Donald Trump is at 118. This is obviously a very contentious electoral map and will run long into the night as we see states like Ohio, North Carolina, Florida are still very, very much up in the air.
Tonight's coverage of Hofstra Votes Live, the 2020 election coverage. Thank you so much to the remarkable producers, tech crew, talent that helped make this evening possible, as well as the staff that spent months of their time putting this amazing production together in tandem with the Hofstra Chronicle. This has been Heat and WRHU Hempstead. Here on the National Desk has been Crystal Bermudez, Eddie Fitzgerald, and I'm Eli Finkelson. Have a great night.